Okay, so this video goes along with activity 5.6, and there are three objects that you have to model in that activity. This is the first one they call the aluminum object because we're going to make it out of aluminum. We're going to assign aluminum as the material. And what I'm showing on the screen here is the finished part, and then I'm going to basically take you through the process of creating that. So to create a new part, select obviously new part. If you click on this menu here, you need to select the standard IPT file. Then we need to create a sketch, and the easiest way I found to create this object is to basically create an L-shaped profile, extrude that, and then cut out the two notches. So I'll create the first profile on the XY plane. And because it's L-shaped, we can't use the rectangle. We need to create a profile with lines. So we're going to start at the origin, XY 0, 0. And then the base of the L is going to be 1.75 inches. We'll zoom out so you can see what that looks like. And we want to snap into the horizontal axis so it locks it in 1.75. And then we're going to go vertically 0.5 inches. And each time you need to make a vertex, you have to click the mouse to freeze that. Then we're going to go back this way 1.25 inches. I click there. Then we go up vertically 0.75 inches at 90 degrees. So we lock that into 90. Click there. Back this way 0.5 inches, 90 degrees. And then back to the origin, and if we hover over the origin where we started, it should go green. We click there, it'll lock that in. So there's our L, and you notice it's purple, which means it's fully constrained geometry, so we're good to go. I extrude that. I want the extrusion depth to be, or extrusion distance to be 1.25 inches. And click OK. There we have our basic solid shape. Now from here, obviously, if I go back to my the finished model, I need to cut out the notch in the top over here. I need to cut out the notch in the bottom down here. So next thing I'm going to show you how to do that. The easiest way I found is to create a sketch on this surface here and then extrude that subtractively to cut out the notch in the top. So you got to know what the dimensions are. You already should have done the pencil and paper multi-view sketches of these objects, so that you should go by your, I'm doing this from memory, so you should go by your dimensions from your drawings. Don't copy my dimensions here because I might make a mistake. So this notch here is, if we go to the upper left corner here from this view, we see the x coordinate is minus 1.25 and the y coordinate is 0.75. We know we want to be I think it's 0.25 inches from there. So minus 1.25, and then we're going to be 1.0 here, right, is going to be the starting point. So negative 1.0, I should say, and 0.75. Click there. That's the upper left corner of our notch. And then over here we want it to be 0.75 inches long and 0.25 inches deep. And we click there, and that should be our profile for our notch. I can extrude that. Now this time, because I got multiple profiles, I have to select the profile. Notice it wants to extrude that additively, right? So over here in the dialog box, I can click this this button here, or in the marking menu, I should say. I click on here and select cut, and it automatically reverses the direction when you select cut. But then notice the depth is like way through here. I don't need that much depth, so up here in the marking menu, I go and say through all. Just cut it out through whatever geometry or whatever solid is already there. Click on the green check mark or the OK button in the dialog box, and now we've got the notch cut out of the top. Okay. So lastly, we need to cut out the notch out of the bottom. So I create another sketch on this surface, and again, you got to go by the dimensions from your multi-view drawing, but we're gonna draw a rectangle, and I know the rectangle needs to be right in the center here, 1/4 inch high. And if I go and see what the x and y coordinate of this point is, it's 1.25, and the y coordinate is 0. That's our 0 origin point for the y-axis. I need to come down here at 1/2 inch. So basically what I do is I sort of move the mouse down to approximately where it should be, and then I look at the y coordinate and I know, well, that needs to be like -0.5. Okay? Click the mouse, and the notch is going to be about that big, so I look at my dimensions and I say, oh yeah, well, clearly that's the x coordinate is 0.75 and the y coordinate is 0.25 because it's 1/4 inch by 3/4 inch. Click there. There's my profile. Again, I want to extrude that subtractively. So I have multiple profiles, so I have to select the profile I want to extrude. It comes out with a default of additive. I don't want that, so I click on this one here. Again, it only needs to go through the existing geometry, so I click this one here, say through all. It stops there at the bottom. Say check, OK, and we're done. So there's my final finished object, aluminum object. And again, the way you set the material to aluminum is through the eye properties. You go over here to the top left corner of the screen, eye menu, go to eye properties, select physical, the physical tab, and then we set the material to way up at the top somewhere, aluminum 6061, and it fills in all of your relevant material physical properties, including density, mass, area, surface area, volume, etc. And done and done.